Ain't no hashtag on Marcus J. Live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who has been rocking with us tonight. It's been an outstanding show. Really, really dope. We appreciate those folks who have been checking with us on TuneIn as well as on Streamer, as well as those folks who have checked in with us on Facebook Live. We see you. We just, are excited about the show we had tonight. We had great guests, and I'm happy. At this time of the show, we always go through a moment in history, and I think it would be irresponsible of me and of those folks who are rocking with us to not mention September 11th. September 11th, obviously, we spent a whole segment talking about it. I will not use that as our history moment. I will say that on September 11th, 1940, my auntie was born. My daddy's sister. We lost her in 2000. So shout out to Auntie Lane. Got a lot of love for you. Miss you, miss you, miss you. But on September 11th, 1987, September 11th, 1987, 30 years ago today, founding member of the Wailing Wailers, which was shorted to the Wailers, Peter Tosh, was murdered in his home. Peter Tosh was a founding member of the Wailers. If you know Marcus J., you know that the voice of the Wailers is Nestor Robert Marley, Bob Marley, who got all of the accolades, but the spirit of that group, the heart of that group, the engine that made the Wailers ran through the blood of Winston Hubert McIntosh, known professionally as Peter Tosh. Peter Tosh was a singer. He was a revolutionary. He was one who made sure that if you listened to him, if you spoke to him, he was one of those original keep it real type of cats. When Bob and Bunny would look to do more softer fare or more harmonious fare, Peter was the one who had his fist in the air, and he was a Rastafarian. He was awarded the Order of Merit posthumously. The Order of Merit is part of the Jamaican honor system, which is the fourth highest honor awarded by the nation of Jamaica. The Order of Merit is conferred upon Jamaicans or distinguished citizens of other countries who have achieved eminent international distinction in the field of science, arts, literature, or other endeavors. Peter Tosh was murdered in his home. He was in the process of creating his next album, which was supposed to be the one that was going to take him into international fame, which he already had, that was already prominent, but it was really supposed to take him to the next level, and some folks heard about it. So the party that he was having at the crib, where he was hanging out with the friends and celebrating his thing. The folks came in, demanded the money, and Peter wasn't no punk. Peter was like, I ain't giving y'all shit. Y'all better get out of my house. We gonna kill you if you don't give us the money, then I guess you're gonna have to kill me. And that's exactly what happened to him. This was a man, this was a revolutionary, this was the heart and soul and the muscle behind Nestor Robert Marley. So if you know how I feel about Bob Marley, you gotta know that I got almost as much love for his homeboy, Peter Tosh. Ain't no hashtag Marks J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. At this time of the show, we always make sure that we profile a missing and or exploited child. Today is no different. Today we're looking for Saida Fargari. She's missing since September 9, 2017, which was 2 days ago on Saturday. She's missing right here from the capital city, Henrico, Virginia. She's a 16-year-old black female. She stands 4'3", weighs 157 pounds. Last seen on September 9, 2017, wearing all black clothing. She may be headed to Fairfax, Virginia, which is in Northern Virginia, about an hour and a half north of us here in the capital city. If you've seen Cider Feggery, please contact the National Center for Missing and or Exploited Kids on their website, missingkids.org, or contact them by phone at 1-800-LOST, 1-800-843-5678. Definitely make sure you keep your eyes open for her, and also keep in mind that you can contact the Henrico County Police Department at 804-501-5000. Ain't No Half Step on Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. I'll get to my thank yous here. Shout out to my brother Jason, my brother Dan, Lady Z, Laurel, Alicia, Big Rube, Hakeem, Tony, and Colin Banks all checked in. Others checked in. Charge it to my mind and not my heart. We appreciate all the love that we've gotten throughout the night. Gonna get to the usual suspects here to do their rants and to do their closings. Up first, our sister Nick. What you got, sis? What you got?
Hey, it's your girl Nick. My rant for this evening is I'm just so happy and thankful that I've heard from my family and friends in Florida, those in the Bahamas and Mexico. Everybody's okay. Property is damaged, but it's gonna be okay. I'd rather be replacing property and repairing property than going to funerals and or to hospital beds. So thank God for that. Irma is on her way out. We are about to be hit with the remnants of her, and hopefully all will feather well with that. And if you're looking to hear or see me, you will see me on Saturdays from 6 to 8 on I Got Something to Say Radio, where no soapbox is ever too small, and trust your feet are never too big. So if there's something on your mind that you have to get off, or if it's something that happened to someone that you love or a friend of yours or whatever, and you just want to talk about it, you want to rant about it, bring it to us. We provide the perfect platform for you to express yourself and get it off your chest. Uncensored.
Definitely uncensored.
Except for a few choice words. But yes, looking forward to talking with you and hanging with you soon. Peace.
You got it. Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. It's time for our brother Jay Grizzy, the inspiration of Legacy Internet Radio.
With his feet up in the chair.
Word.
Take us home, brother. Take us home.
I don't have a rant. Ooh, that tick. Big shout out to my niece Tootie. She had her first baby Sunday, 24 hours of labor.
Oh, congratulations!
Isabella was born. I played the room number. I got to play the room number tonight because I played her weight yesterday. Pick 4 ain't come out. She ain't 4 digits, y'all. She ain't give weight. I took the weight and the ounces and everything, points and the decimal points and everything. But and I went to go see her today, and I went to go see her and her husband, Dante, and it's just so beautiful. It's Dante, but it's pronounced Dante.
Dante.
It's Dante, but I call him Dante, but it's really Dante.
Okay.
And it's just so beautiful to see life being born. I mean, in this time, in the world we live in, we always, especially in Richmond now, they shooting people like they want to be in Chicago, and they imitating this gang lifestyle and glorifying death. That shit is whack. I can say that, can't it? That shit that y'all doing in Richmond, Virginia with this gang stuff, it's whack, man. That's that death culture, man. I don't want nothing to do with it. And I don't associate and I don't co-sign none of that, revenge or otherwise. It's just whack. So when you see life being born, and like my man ODB say, Wu-Tang for the kids, Jay Grizzy is all about the babies. I love me some newborn babies. I ain't gonna have no more in my lifetime, other than I might have some grandkids. But just want to give a big shout out to my niece Tootie and Dante and the newborn Isabella. That's all I got to say, Mark.
Ain't No Half Step on Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio, First Lady of Legacy Internet Radio, Comedian S, Melissa P.
Ow, ow. First, again, I want to say thank you to Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J, yourself, for allowing me to come in the den once again, to let me be graced with you all's presence. So thank you again, Legacy Internet Radio family, where this is my home. Jay Grizzy, you're not the only one who's going to have the platform with the newborns.
Having a baby.
To my nephew Jamar Penn
Word.
and his girlfriend Christina, who welcomed a 9-pound, 20-ounce baby girl, Juliana.
She put in that work.
Yes, last Tuesday. So
That's what's up.
congratulations to them.
Congratulations to your family
Yes,
and
my
you.
nephew, he's
Woo.
actually deployed overseas, but they allowed him to come home to see the baby. So he
That's
came
great.
on last Friday, so he got to hold her.
That's what's
I will
up.
show you all the pictures.
You got pictures too, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yes, of course,
awesome.
and
That's
how I do it.
amazing.
But yes, I just want to say congratulations and shout
9
out
pounds.
to everybody who is serving us overseas.
Look
So
at that
thank
big
you all. Love you
baby.
all.
She is gorgeous.
Again, I want to say
Look
all of
at
my condolences
that big
and
baby.
prayers and love goes out to everyone in Texas, everyone in Florida. But I also just want to say, don't forget about home. There's a lot of things that still need to be done here. There's a lot of homeless kids, homeless adults, people with mental illness who need to be helped right here at home. So, of course, when you're helping everybody else, don't forget about home. Thanks again.
Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J. Live from the den, Legacy Internet Radio. Thanking, of course, everybody for rocking with us tonight. We appreciate the love. We've had an outstanding show. I need to make sure that we get thank yous out to everybody who rocked with us. Very, very special thank you to our sister Moni, Andrea Ross, who is the founder of Sowing Seeds. Great event that they're going to have on this Saturday coming up to launch the company. Very, very special thank you to her and her baby who came in, hung out with us in the very first segment of the show. Special thank you to the folks who checked in: Jason, Dan, Lady Z, Laurel, Alicia, Big Rube, Hakeem, Tony, and Colin Banks. Already gave y'all love before, giving y'all love again. Who doesn't want love twice? I can dig it. Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J wants to remind you that you're listening to the flagship show. You can hear us every single Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern until we finish. On Tuesday nights, you can hear the listening party. Wednesdays, hashtag Brother and Sister Shenanigans. Thursday, All Throttle Radio. Friday, Couch Coach Live. Saturday, A New Balance, as well as I Got Something to Say. During the day, before they air, we're playing the replays of the shows that we've done throughout the week. So you'll hear them in the evenings and going all night, taking you into Sunday mornings. We got the Bob Marley and the Family Reggae Mix. So you can hear Bob Marley and his family, and we play our reggae music. We gotta love it. Taking you up to Sunday morning. You can hear amplified gospel, all kinds of spiritual gospel music that you will hear right here live from the Den Legacy Internet Radio, taking you up to the 3:30 p.m. airing of the Micah White Show. Our brother, comedian Micah Bam Bam White. His show airs at 3:30 until 5:30 on Sunday afternoons. And then at 8:30 on Sunday evening, you've got Doing Time with Our Sister Sonia, which is a show based around those folks who are supportive of their family members who are incarcerated. Outstanding show, as all our shows are outstanding. And we appreciate the love for the folks who rock with us. If you rock with us, we will roll with y'all. At this time of the show, it's time for me to close it out with my rant and my closing. If you noticed, I didn't say much when we were talking about the boycott of the National Football League earlier on. Tonight is going to be because I can say what I want to say about that right now as I close out the show. I've debated with folks about this, and if you know me, I like a tough conversation, but I typically avoid them when name calling and all that kind of stuff is involved. I think we can agree on problems and disagree on solutions constructively. Having said that, as I mentioned before, I did not boycott. I don't plan to boycott. I understand the boycott and I respect it. But here's my question. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? As I see it, we have two choices. And when I say we, I mean the people involved. Not me, not you, not anybody hearing me right now. I mean the folks actually involved, the players. They're going to stop playing because the executives are not moving up in the company or owning teams, black people. Do these same executives pool their money with other executives and create their own league? Executives meaning not just people in the National Football League, but people with resources. I think the venom for folks watching the games is sadly misplaced. We've never, ever had more. We've never had as many millionaires and billionaires as we have right now. The right people sit down and not play, and this all goes away immediately. But somehow the fans are the coons who bear the responsibility. I just simply disagree with that. After what our brother Michael Bennett went through last month, consider the impact that one man would have if he said, you know what, this is what Colin Kaepernick was talking about, and I ain't playing until he's on the roster. I just disagree with this whole I ain't watching football boycott because it's flawed and it's emotional. And it ain't going to affect no real change, in my opinion. It's knee-jerk. And unfortunately, that's how we operate as black folk. Lastly, we're going to boycott Walmart because they sell trap music CDs that denigrate our people or sell lace front wigs with the color N-word brown on their website? Are we going to stop buying Chinese food and liquor in the hood through bulletproof glass? I think there's plenty to be done, but I think throwing woke shade at those watching the games is unfair. How about we boycott at the stadiums and boycott the local sponsors so the teams lose money? How about we rally outside the stadium so the stadiums lose money? How about the contracts of the folks who we are absolutely worried about? How about those folks pay attention to the people who are doing the boycotting in the league? People like Colin Kaepernick that's getting no job, or people like Michael Bennett who could potentially sit down and kneel. How about the rest of the league come together and pay their fines? How about those folks who are intimately involved actually have some real sacrifice instead of the people who are not involved but are woke actually coming to the rescue of everybody else? Not watching when the contracts are already paid sounds good and woke, but it don't affect no real change. Those checks, they already cash, y'all. Now, I respect everybody's right to boycott or not boycott. If we really bout it, we got to have a plan. I respect y'all more than y'all respect me for not boycotting, because that's just kind of how I do. I'm not going to dish you even if you diss me. But seriously, what we going to do if he gets signed? We going to go back to watching the games with Colin Kaepernick's on a roster in week 5? We going to go back to watching the games? Most of the people who I've spoken to about this that are boycotting probably going to go back to watching the games and really never thought about what would happen after he gets a job. But are we going to boycott the league if they sign another woman beater? How about if they sign another felon? We got to start playing chess like they do. I don't think we do that enough. Too many of us is playing checkers, in my opinion. And I say that with all due respect, and I say it with an open mind. That's the Marcus's unrelated rant that has nothing to do with what we ain't talk about tonight. It's the end of the show, y'all. I want to remind you that independence is the key to building your legacy. I also want to say peace to all the stars and all of the squares. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Those are the words of Bob Marley, who you hear singing in the background. Ain't no hashtag on Marcus J. We will be back live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio next week. Replaying this show right now, though. Be back next week, y'all. Peace.